Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your host, Colors Fade, and it's episode 15. We're ready to go face Raedric. We just need to rest first. We're going to wander over into his bedroom here, if my recollection is correct. This is what it is. Yep, there's the bedroom.
Found something.
There's a trap right there. I will try to mechanic my way through it. And what do I get? I get some boots of evasion. Reflex bonus 1. Boss, that looks like your kind of thing. Let's see how that works out. Do I have boots right now? What do I got? Boots of stability. These give it plus 30 defense against prone attacks and push attacks. What do these boots do? Plus 2 reflex. Reflex. The reflex. Plus 16 reflex. Reflex defense allows characters to dodge out of the way of physically harmful AoE attacks, explosions, bolts of lightning. This is defined by a character's class level, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so do you have any boots? No, you can have the reflex ones. Reflex. The reflex is a lonely... What was that lyric? Alright, so Raedric. Oh boy, why do I get the... Yeah, and so, hold on, I wanted to... Is there... Yeah, there's a thing here. Blood still wet runs from the woman's slit throat, soaking into the sheets below. So, Raedric, unhappy that his wife had a hollowborn slit her throat. He's not a nice man. He's not a nice man, but we may do something a little different here. I've always sided with Kolsc when I'm playing this game, but I'm kind of interested in seeing if I can side with Raedric. So let's do a couple of things here. Before we do anything, I'm going to take a minute to look at the best possible veggies and stuff for my crew to eat, and then we'll do that. All right, I have a few things sorted here. We did go through Aloth's spellbook, and since we had acquired a bunch of money from running around and clearing out the keep, which was really good, we memorized some spells from the other spellbooks that he had, and so then I transformed his grimoire. That way he can have Slicken to knock some people down with. He has Ghost Blades, which are going to do pierce and hobble people. He has Chill Fog, which is going to blind them, which of course is going to help us fighters with damage. I like Fetid Caress, Miasma of Dull-Mindedness to inflict penalties to perception, intellect, and resolve. He's got Web, so that could help. And then Necrotic Lance, which has an 8-meter use. It's going to do immediate corrode damage and then corrode damage over time. So I like all of those. Ray of Fire and Rolling Flame are neat, but he's got to be in the perfect position to use them because you don't want to hit your own team with him. Council Hot's Corrosive Siphon is nice, but it has a short range of 5 meters. Still usable. It's going to do corrode damage and convert it to endurance for him for 13 seconds, so that's nice. But that's what he's going to use for now. And then what we're going to do here is he's going to take these Snow Cap, which is going to give him immunity to confuse, plus 40 defense against charmed attacks for 600 seconds, plus 20 defense against dominated, minus 5 perception for 600 seconds, and then the crash comes afterwards. So he's going to use that. I am going to use this, which is Caro Golan, plus 20% focus gain, plus 10 deflection, plus 20 reflex, and minus 4 intellect, which is going to suck because it's going to make my charms slower, but I think it might be wise to use that for the focus gain because then I can charm more. So I'm going to use that. What is it? He's going to use this beer, ale, just damage reduction is all.
How may I help?
Aloth is going to use rice, which is just max endurance.
Hey there.
She's going to use, let's see, Goldorachu, which gives her might, plus 1 move speed, minus 2 perception. So her might's going to help for healing. And then the other choice is this damage reduction and concentration. I think I'll do that. I'm going to use that. Must be in combat to use that. Okay. So her pre-combat meal is going to be
Following
that.
your lead.
And his pre-combat meal is just going to be meat, its endurance, and might. All right. And then we'll save, and we'll move forward. And see
All
what
right, then.
happens. This could be very, very bad. Let him approach. Flanked by a host of guards, all of whom regard you with mute hostility, Lord Raedric observes you from his throne, clad in ornate plate. His eyes have a hollow quality, and there is a pallor to the man's gaunt face that leaves his features showing stark against his dark and unkempt hair. There is a dagger discarded upon one stone arm of the throne. A thin crimson rivulet worms its way down from the blade and past Raedric's fingers, even as he leans forward to regard you with a piercing gaze. Thought he'd be better looking, even with all the inbreeding. Though his face is calm, you notice Adair's hand strain towards his weapon, as though with a mind of its own. It seems I have you to thank for the chaos spreading through my keep. I half expected some invading army.
It is unlike Kolsc to hire mercenaries, or foreigners for that matter, and you are not one of mine, so I cannot accuse you of treason.
His fingers close loosely around the pommel of the dagger, as if to ascertain if it is still there, and then they flinch away. Perhaps you ought to have considered such tactics sooner. You've made short work of my guards. They were good and loyal servants, loyal to my coin, if not to me. They deserve a better fate than you gave them.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If he had any resources to his name, he would not covet mine. And if he had any honor in him, he would not have tried this here, now, when I have lost so much.
Point to the dagger. What happened there?
A just sentence.
Oh, really? Ygritte knew. She hid the verses from me, the tokens. She knew what I would make of them. The scattered god poisoned her against me, made her deaf to my instruction. Only when our son was born, that hollow thing, that monster, then we both knew that her crimes had wrought. It could not stand. Oh, he's so bad. He brings up his hand suddenly toward his temple, obscuring his face. What does Kolsc know of sacrifice? He would indulge himself. Let us succumb one by one and suffer Barath's punishment, until the final soul goes to its keeping, never to return, and Gilded Vale is but a barren land. Kolsc is your cousin?
Oh, yes. We are kin, he and I. He was raised within these walls, in fact, privy to all the privileges our family had to offer. But a greedy man always hungers after more than he receives, however bountiful. I was eldest, heir to the stewardship of our lands, and he was not.
The legacy brought chaos with it, panic and despair. Kolsc took advantage of that chaos, creating division in our ranks, luring loyal men and women to his cause. Good men, good women. Raedric's gaze goes distant for a moment, and then he glances at you and his lip curls. He fled the keep in time, to hole up in the wilds beyond the village, to play at being a commoner and court favor with the people. And while he plays at conqueror, the Vale suffers. Families, traders, all. I do not have enough men to guard the roads and defend us from Kolsc's incursions. My attention suffers, and so my governance and my family. Raedric breathes out through his nose. Nor can I make the effort necessary to bring about an end to this curse, if we are beset at all hours by his traitorous plots. I see. You murdered your own wife, your child. I carried out the sentence. Would you have me give her to an executioner? In the Deerwood we see to our own justice. I would see you not kill her, you old fool. I see. Gilded Vale has suffered under your rule. It deserves a better leader. I wouldn't talk of honor if I were you. I saw the body upon your bed. Raedric's face darkens with sudden fury. You do not know what you speak of. The blasphemies that fell from her lips, the dead things she brought into the world as a result. Gilded Vale's laws hold true for all within my lands. None can be exempt. Ygritte received a just sentence, whatever her title or her worth to me. whatever the cost I bear. You speak in ignorance, just as you have stumbled in ignorance upon my foolish cousin's plots, without understanding what's at stake. Gilded Vale has suffered under your rule. It deserves a better leader. Raedric makes a low, huffing noise of disbelief. And you think Kolsc is that leader? What does he understand of what it means to be Thane? He has gathered a meager assembly of illiterate farmers and scavengers to himself, and sends these in suicidal action against my guards.
You are a pawn in Kolsch's designs, and he has kept his motivations from you for a reason. I wonder if you understand what it is you do, or what you might accomplish if you were better informed. You have proven your competence in your way, and had I such an ally, we might together put an end to Gilded Vale's woes, lift the curse once and for all, and in doing so, return us to a life where such strict measures are not necessary.
Oh, really? Fine, I'm willing to listen. What did you have in mind?
Good. The stakes are too high for rash action. Be assured Defiance Bay will hear of your assistance to me.
You are in a position to put a swift end to this rebellion. I have wasted too many resources on Kolsc, and paid the cost for it. Kill him, and I can refocus my attention upon this blight. Between the priest and my animancer, we can determine a cure. My family will be the last to suffer for this legacy. I don't know, Adair says. I think it's nice that someone's there to distract him from killing the rest of my town, even if they're not the best neighbors these days. He has doubtless attempted to ply you with his lies, Raedric says, hoping to pull you to his side. He will permit you to approach him so that he might work upon you further, and then you will have your opportunity. All right, fine, I'll find Kolsc and put an end to him.
Good. You will not have to look far. His camp lies in the wilds past Gilded Vale. His scouts watch the roads and warn him in advance of my forces. But you should have more luck. Deal with him, and then return here.
All right, I don't think I've ever done it this way. I don't think I've ever sided with this guy, but I am curious to see how it would play out, so why not? What the hell? Let's see how it affects the game in the end of the story, shall we? We're going to need some camping supplies, so let's head to Gilded Vale and get those. Are you guys coming? Get on over here. Let's go. So Gilded Vale, Raedric's hold, he said the wilds. Beyond Gilded Vale, it must be over in this region. Let's go here. We have to get camping supplies anyways. And it would be nice to sell a whole bunch of loot. That would be cool. I guess the blacksmith's right there, isn't he? Let's go sell some stuff to the blacksmith. Maybe he has some unique thing in here.
How do you do?
Let's see your wares, please. What is he? Does he have anything? He's got fine arblast. Oh, he's got this thing, the stiletto. But that's not really interesting. This is a unique two-handed pike. What's it do? Damage, weapon reach, constitution, grazes, converted hits. I like that. I might have to buy that. I may have to buy that. All right, I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff, and then we'll see how much money we have. So after selling everything, we have a pretty good chunk of change, and I think what I want to do is a couple of fine rapiers, a fine saber. What's a fine saber look like? Plus 20% damage, and it's accurate. It's a very nice weapon. And it's only 1,200. I might have to grab that. Plus 20% damage. Because Adair, let's see what Adair is using with this sword. Yeah, that thing has an extra damage on it for the sabers. So I think I'm going to have to grab that.
Good day, stranger.
But I definitely want this lance. And the reason I want the lance is because it's a pike, and my character is going to use great swords and pikes because they're going to take the soldier ability, which gives them more damage and accuracy with a specific set of weapons. And the pike ends up being a nice range weapon for them, reach weapon, I should say. From the second row, there's going to be a lot of choke points later in the game, and he's going to be using a pike quite a bit. So I'm going to grab Jenna's lance, and then for him, I'm going to grab this fine saber. Trade those. So we're going to do that way, because I think the weapon set that he usually uses favors sabers as well. So I think I'm going to do that. He'll get this nice pike, which would be a good reach weapon for him. And that will work out nicely. And the same thing for the paladin that we have right now, our offensive paladin. He'll be using the same kind of weapons that I'm using. He'll have reach weapons. I mean, a reach weapon. He'll be using a pike as well. So he'll be using a great sword and a pike. And it works out really well because then they can really poke the heck out of people from the second row. Since he's a little bit more squishy, it works well for him.
Gods keep you.
I'm going to grab a room. Common room. And then I'm going to grab... I think she has camping supplies. Does she not? She's got boozy stuff. There we go. We only need 2 because that's all it'll let us buy. Off we go. Durance, you can stay there and drink beer. I had to laugh because somebody in the comments was like, the audacity of not taking Durance in your group. I'm laughing because I don't think I could dislike a character more. It's not audacity. It's just hate. Listen, something people need to know about me is that I am an atheist. And I am an atheist because since I was young, anybody preaching to me makes my skin crawl. Like, I tried to be a Mormon for about 4 years. I got baptized when I was 18 into Mormonism because my best friend and my neighbors were Mormons. And like anybody who's 18, sometimes you're just looking for answers, right? But I am telling you, every minute, it made my skin crawl. Preachers make my skin crawl. And Durance is a preacher. He's definitely a preacher of his god Magrum or whoever that he has a love-hate relationship with. I just can't do it. I can't have preachy characters in my group. I can't describe to you the feeling. And even though it's just a fictional character, it reminds me so much of real life preachers. And I don't know how the rest of you feel about real life preachers, but when I hear them talk, this is what I hear. Lies. I hear a person who doesn't believe a single word they're saying. And it gets worse with the evangelicals, like the Joel Osteens and people like that who clearly are only using religion to profit themselves. But it's the same vibe for me when I listen to any sort of preacher or pastor or rabbi or anybody. I listen to them talk, and what I hear is insincerity and fakeness. And I don't even think they believe their own garbage. It's just so much trash to me. So no, I can't have Durance in my party. I hate him. He's also grumpy, which I don't like grumpy people. but just the when I wrote my first fantasy novel, which will be a part of a trilogy, there's no religion in the novel. And that was on purpose because I am so personally sick and tired of every fantasy world having a ton of gods in it and religion and all this other. And it's different in fantasy like this because these gods are real in this world, but it still just annoys the hell out of me because it's like, can't we just make something that doesn't have religion in it? Can't we just do that? Our species is so hung up on religion, as if the concept that there are other enlightened species out there in the universe that know the folly of it and don't engage in it, and maybe never even tried it, maybe never even invented it on their worlds. Like, I would like to live in a place where it didn't exist. In particular because I don't think anything has harmed humanity more than the existence of religion because of the way people use it to dominate and control and harm other people, and to use it as an excuse to take their land and do horrible things to them. And we're witnessing it today still. So where the hell do we have to go? Raedric's Hold. He said the wilds. It doesn't mean the Vale would it, does he? Let's see. Lord of a barren land. Travel to closest hidden encampment. The wilds known as Magrin's Fork. Okay, he said the wilds, but he didn't say Magrin's Fork. Alright, so it's here. I either completely missed that or they didn't say that, so. Where is... That's the formation. That's the Shrine of Magrin. Where do you think he's at? Let's go see if we can find him. It's got to be somewhere. And I don't mean to rant about religion in these videos, but it's kind of hard to get away from because Durance is a character. It's just that I want people to understand that you will never find anybody on the face of this planet who wants less to do with religion than me. Like, I'm not a maybe atheist. I'm not an undecided. I'm not agnostic, because there are people who are like, well, how can you not know there's the existence of God? The more proper way is to say you're agnostics and that you're agnostic and you just don't know. Oh, no, dude, trust me. Even if there is a God, I want nothing to do with him. Okay? I want nothing to do with that person at all. I mean, I look at the suffering going on in the world and how horrible people get rewarded and how completely innocent people get harmed, and how religion has made it so that God is framed as this person who spites people and, you know, yes, I'm going to kill your firstborn if you don't draw blood on your door and all this other stuff. And I mean, just read the Bible, read the stories in it. If you're not objective about it and you're not offended by God, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it to you. I don't want to have anything to do with that person. He is not anybody I want to worship. So it's just, I don't want to be anywhere near it. I don't want to be anywhere near religion. I don't want it in my life. Kolsc, my man, Kolsc. Where are you? Oh, hey, what is this? Fulvano's amulet. +5 reflex healing bonus. Wait a minute. That might be for you. Healing bonus. What kind of a healing bonus? +25% healing received. Ooh. That may be better on Adair, actually. Gives him will 9, but he's the guy who's going to have the most hit points. He's got 567 health, so if there was anybody who needed to get a lot of healing, it would be him. What is this? Fortitude, reflex, will. What am I wearing? Fortitude, reflex, will. She's wearing this because it's poison effect rate and disease tick rate. Let's give you this then. Aloth, you can kind of have this. Although you look better with a cape. So do you. This is out. Alright. Where is our friend Kolsc? Where is this guy? We completely missed him, didn't we? He's got to be like somewhere in the middle of the map. Well, my friend. We're here at Megan's Fort. Is it somewhere down here then? Maybe we have to go here? He's not in here, is he? I don't think so. Maybe he's beyond. You can't get beyond, though. Okay, where the hell is he? Okay, apparently he's over at the house and broken down tower. Wouldn't have guessed that, but is he inside the house? Maybe he is. Okay. Well then. Oh, this is going to be a fight, isn't it? Ah, the helpful stranger. I'm glad you've come. Do you have news for us? Kolsc eyebrows furrow. Strange. I have not had word from the keep. Have you succeeded? Is Raedric dead? Yeah. I spoke with Raedric. Oh, you lied to me. I'll take that. It's more straightforward. Lied to you? How have I deceived you? Kolsc watches you for a moment before the realization dawns on him. Ah, Raedric has filled your head with poison. He's no fool, nor would he miss an opportunity to turn my allies against me. Was it convincing then? The final desperate effort of a man who saw standing before him an end to this year's cruelty. The whole of the family worshipped Eothas before the saints' war, and now he strives to make up for their misplaced faith by shedding his mercy. Whatever he was told you, Raedric's crimes are real. He will go on murdering his own people, his family. What manner of lord is that? Lacks the honor of a mad dog. I see. Well, you are the honorless one who used me to try to usurp Raedric's hold. I would have used you, yes, to save us all. It seems I chose poorly. So be it. I'm sorry, friend. We will have to bring the Gilded Veil salvation without you. I am really curious how this is going to change things. Kana, my man. You can't quite get that. Yeah, you can. Shoot that wizard.
Hi?
Okay, what are you going to do? Real early here. You could slicken a bunch of people. Oh, yes, please. Like that. I like that.
Huh?
I am going to have to Whisper of Treason the rogue, probably. Rogue, and a priestess. Go for the rogue.
What is it?
You, my friend, are immediately going to take out this guy because this is also... He's going to have to go like this. Take him.
Hey there.
She's going to interdict everybody. Dazing any enemies in the area of effect. Alright, darling. Next. Get us defenses. Okay.
Well?
What do you got going on? Get this priestess. Alright, I'm here and I need some defense. So, let's take this person away. Kana, you're doing it.
Yeah?
She's doing it. That's good. Now get over to offensive power. What are you doing? Adair, what are you doing? Where are you? This is Kolsc. Knock him down, please. Yes, that was great. Okay. I need to heal myself.
Yeah?
Now I want you to drop this. Except I want you to move like kind of right there. And now drop it. Doink. I gotta get some more points here. 51 to hit him and 64 to hit him. Okay. Aloth, I need more from you. That would hit a bunch of people, but hit your what? Rogue and Kolsc. See if you can hit this rogue.
Yes?
Kana, give us the skeletons. Put them on him.
Hey there.
Now what else do you got for me? Places a magic seal on the floor that sends enemies sprawling. That might be a good thing to do right about there.
Hmm.
I am close to being... I can mez somebody else now. Whispers of treason. I'm gonna do him. Now attack Kolsc. There we go. He's prone. Good job, sister. Now what else do we have? Strikes fear into the hearts of the unworthy, inflicting a penalty to accuracy for all enemies in the area of effect. Yes, do that.
Yes.
How are you doing? Good.
Following your
Kana.
lead.
Shoot this priestess.
Yeah?
She's gonna do
Yes.
that. Aloth, what else you got for me? Hobbled condition on enemies in the area of effect. Do it. This rogue is paralyzed.
Yeah?
What else do you got? Increasing concentration and will bonuses, granting immunity to fright and terror. I don't think I need to worry about that. This is punishes the target for their sins, decreasing their deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. Yes, hit Kolsc with that. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're still on the ground. Okay, he's getting up. Petrify him. Petrify this rogue. Oh, nice. Yeah, take him out. Can you kick him down again? Attack this guy.
Hey
Sister, shoot him.
Huh?
I will take this guy out too.
there. Oh, come on, not like that.
And petrify him. There we go. The usurper is taken care of. What do we got here? Fine saber. Bunch of other stuff. Wand, regular wands, a spell rights tome. Let's see what's in there. And a bunch of other stuff. Nice. Alright, Kolsc. My friend. You are
Of course.
all done. Let's go back to the hold. To see what we can do. Can we get a spot over here? Yes, we can. Raedric's hold. We're about ready to move into the next phase here. Be great. We can get to level 5 and get some spirit weapons made. That would be great. Then we can go do Cadnua. Top levels of it. Because the thing with Cadnua is you get a lot of spirits and vessels coming at you, and then you can't charm those guys. So that's a bad thing. I'm here in your empty keep, and I have taken care of your boy. Now, are you both gonna die? Do I have to kill everyone now? Let's do this.
Huh?
Kolsc is dead, and the uprising with him. Dead so swiftly? A peculiar smile forms on Raedric's face, his teeth bared in a fierce triumph, or else in pain. Then you have succeeded where a great many have failed. Would that my captains were half so efficient. Gilded Vale owes you a debt, for you have removed the greatest obstacle to its restoration, and rid me of a persistent hornet in the process. I pay my debts. I have here a sword handed down within my family for generations. It is yours. May it serve you well in all your future endeavors. Raedric gestures to a guardsman, and of course you will be paid. Now, I would bury my wife and look to the future. We have a great deal of work to do before Gilded Vale is truly safe. You have my thanks for your service. Interesting. Well, what happens if you kill them both? What happens if you kill him here now, too? That'd be interesting. Then who will shepherd Gilded Vale? Yeah, I don't think I've ever done it that way. I don't think I've ever sided with that guy because he killed his wife, but it's just an interesting way to do it. I want to see how it affects the story. I want to see what they, I believe this game has one of those montages at the end where it tells you how everything kind of shook out. So I would like to, I could be wrong about that, but I would like to see how that works. So, Gilded Vale, should we go back to Cadnua? How close are we to making a level? A little closer. We're just gonna have to fight these things, aren't we? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. This is gonna be hairy. Touch and go kind of thing. We'll probably have to rest. I think the smart thing to do would be to save this for the next episode. So, folks, there we go. Raedric's hold is done, and we will do our best to march in here and see what we can do about Cadnua. Getting some experience here and getting the top level of it taken care of. So, folks, thanks for hanging out with me. As always, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions and comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.